Hi everyone. This is the week's overview of PLT. So I am on our PLT page. I'm going to click on our PLT button here as educators in our building. You visit this every week. This week you'll notice that it's October 5th through the 9th, so we'll have our overview for today. And if I open it up, sometimes this can be closed, but you can open them up just by pushing on that button there, and it will make it come down. So here we have the overview document, the video that I'm making right now, and then our training section. Just reminders that Lucas Loffmiller is sending an email to sign up for a MacBook 101 class if you feel like you need it, because some people are struggling with our MacBooks. Also, you need to finish Sabers for all of your advisory students. The tutorial can be found in the September 21st through the 25th module for PLT. Make sure, as always, to update grades every week by Friday and be putting them into Canvas. And if you're having trouble with Canvas, you can sync your grades in a different way. This was a video found by one of our peers, so there it is for you. You could use that. And then also you have to have your SMART goals completed this week, so make sure that you do that. Then in our advisory section, every grade level's advisory is here. They're all different this week because we're using the ePortfolio Naviance. So make sure that you explore that before advisory this week. And then we have our collaboration portion. Please continue to work with your peers and make sure that you fill out the PLT checklist. We'll go over the PLT checklist last today, but we'll go over the PLT overview before we do that. And just a couple of other reminders. We have our Zoom tutorials that we'll be adding videos to. This is a following module, so it will follow every module so you can get to those links as soon as possible. And if you have any Zoom tutorials to share, please do, and we'll put them on this module. Also, we have the important forms and links button. So the remote attendance concern form is easily accessed right here. If you're concerned about any of your students, that will go to Mr. Neff, our MTSS coordinator, as well as our remote learning administrator. FastBridge for Sabers is right here, frontline. If you have absences or need to document professional development, the Goldstein Awards, student handbook, the faculty handbook. And then this is really important, and we've been focusing on it a bit, the board's KN policy for formal complaints concerning discrimination, and not just the policy but also the form for that is located here as well. Again, if you have any questions about this, make sure that you email me and I'll be happy to answer those questions. Alright, so we've gone over our following modules here, and we've glossed over PLT for the week of October 5th through the 9th, but let's go ahead and look more closely at our overview. And we'll start with announcements. Remember, every week we go through these announcements with administration before, and a lot of this comes from questions and comments that you put in our PLT overview or in our checklist. So just to know that we are trying to get you feedback and answer your questions as soon as possible. Here are some announcements for this week. First, the faculty meeting is on Monday, October 5th at 7 a.m. or at 3:30 p.m. You can watch it via Zoom, and you can also interact that way. We do ask that you turn off your cameras, and if you have questions, put them in the chat. Mr. Dorse will answer them at the end. The Outlook invite and Zoom link have already been sent out to you. On October 12th, we have a professional development day. Please sign up on Frontline and see Paula Haug's email for more information. In the morning, we have teacher-led collaboration. And during that time, if you're wondering what to do, if you find good methods that should be shared through PLT when we're collaborating, use that time to brainstorm and share with one another. Share that with us, and we'll get that out to the rest of the school if you submit it via the PLT checklist form. In the afternoon, we have district-led training. In this, you get to choose your session. So you'll want to do that through Frontline. And make sure, again, you look back at Paula Haug's email to pick your sessions. MacBook training. There are sessions offered on October 12th at the district-led professional development, as well as the Canvas course offered by Lucas Loffmiller. Student-led conferences are coming up, and more information will be coming out about that through Advisory and PLT. Student-led conferences this year will be on October 26th through November 24th. Another reminder about those board policies for filing formal complaints about harassment or discrimination. The links are here. They're on the district website, and they are also in our links, our important links module that follows. We also want to remind you that there's new important forms and links tab, as we've shown you a couple of times, and that the Board of Education meeting is Wednesday, October 7th at 6:30 p.m. Highly suggest you be there, as they'll be discussing hybrid learning. For trainings this week, again, Lucas Loftmiller has more information coming on the MacBook training. We'll be completing SABRs for all of our advisory students. We're looking for a hard due date on that, so we'll get that back with you about that later. And this is a friendly reminder, and they will be sent to those who haven't completed their advisory student SABRs by Monday. If you have any questions, make sure you ask James Neff if you need help with a username or passwords for fastbridge.org. Also, make sure you're updating your grades, and make sure you sync them to Canvas or from Canvas to Infinite Canvas. Remember, if you have troubles with this, there is the link there to the video. Also, as we do every year, our SMART goals are due. Here's a video about how to complete your SMART goals. And here are the people who have to. It is required of them to complete their SMART goals. First, if you are a new teacher this year to our district or to the profession, you'll need to write 2 SMART goals. That's also going to be part of your mentorship as well as your evaluation. Next, if you have SMART goals already on your Frontline account, check them and make sure that the time frame is either the duration of your licensure or for the school year. So make sure that your time frame works, and that will determine whether or not you need to change your SMART goals. Now, if you'd like to change your SMART goals, you're welcome to that, but that will determine whether it is necessary or not. That is a mandate by the state, and it's part of our audit and accreditation. So we appreciate if you do that as swiftly as possible. For advisory, again, remember it's a grade level specific information using Naviance students' e-portfolio system. Also, make sure your students are turning in their learning assurance form, which is required for us this year by the state, as we have so many remote learners, and then the federal aid form as well. Directions for all of these are in the advisory slides. Both forms are due by October 22nd, and the forms can be made available through Canvas, your advisory Canvas page, as well as they may be turned in on that Canvas page. Finally, let's look at the questions and answers you've sent in through the PLT checklist form from last week. Here's the first questions. I have all my students from every class showing in SABRs, not just my advisory students. Do I need to complete SABRs for all students? The answer is only complete your advisory student SABRs. You will have access to all of the students in your class. Please use your Infinite Campus rosters and only complete the SABRs of your advisory students. Number 2, is there any discussion on rethinking advisory remote day check-ins? Would it be possible to text or email to fulfill this requirement? I feel like my students don't really benefit that much from them. Your answer? You must always Zoom or make a phone call with a student. That is the only form of communication determined to be acceptable by KSDE, so make sure you're Zooming or calling those students. Number 3, some seniors asked about the ACT test dates and if the ACT test sites are different with COVID. Your answers are all found in the senior advisory slides, but thank you for asking. And finally, when are we getting MacBook training? This has been a big question. The district is working on this, and there are 2 sessions offered during the October 12th district-led PD. Also, Lucas Loftmiller has made a Mac 101 Canvas course available to you on your Canvas accounts as well. Well, now that we've overviewed everything for this week, the PLT checklist form looks just a little different. If we look at the form this week, make sure you put your name where you always do, indicate which campus you are at, or if you're a traveling teacher, and then make sure you've checked mark what you've completed. Did you watch and complete the training portion of PLT? Did you complete your SMART goals? And this one is not always there, but we want to help you stay accountable and remember to get that done. So make sure you check it like that if you completed your SMART goals. Did you prepare for your advisory, and did you collaborate with your peers? If you have questions, enter them here, and if you have comments, put them here, and again, we'll get back with you as soon as we can. Press submit, and you'll be all done. I know this is a trying time, and it's been very hard for all of us, but keep working hard, keep watching the board meetings to find out what's going on, and try to do something good and have a good day. We're all in this together.